Hey, happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to our weekly Tuesday lunchtime talk. Hope you guys are having an awesome week so far. Hope you're staying cool. If you're in the Chicagoland area, it's supposed to be like 99 today, so I literally have all of my blinds drawn closed. I'm trying to keep the house as cool as possible, and I do know we had a big storm roll through last night, and I know some people around here have lost their power, and I feel horrible. So hopefully those of you who have lost your power will get your power back soon, so that you don't totally melt in your houses today. All right, so today we're going to talk about the number one thing missing from your weight loss plan. So if you joined me at all last week during the 3-day kickstart, I talked about the 3 main pieces of the weight loss puzzle. If you haven't watched the videos yet, even if you didn't sign up for the kickstart, they've been in the group since last week, and they're coming down tonight. So you can still grab those videos and watch them before I take them down. Don't worry if you miss it. We'll be doing another kickstart in August. So be on the lookout for that if you've missed it. But so I did chat about those 3 main pieces of the weight loss puzzle, which are your exercise and doing the right types of exercise, your nutrition, okay, healthy eating, not dieting, okay, and remembering that healthy eating means eating a well-balanced diet and having a healthy relationship with food. It's a big part of it. And then the last piece was the mindset piece, okay, your thoughts and how our thoughts can derail us many, many times in our weight loss efforts. Excuse me. But one of the things I didn't talk about really is it has a huge impact on your weight loss. So if you are somebody who feels like, well, I'm doing everything perfectly, you know, I exercise, I eat healthy, I have a healthy relationship with food, I work on my mindset, I meditate, you know, if you feel like you're doing everything and then you fall off the wagon. Okay. The problem comes when we're trying to do everything and then we fall off the wagon. And I hear this from a lot of people. And if this sounds like you, let me know if you're one of those people who gets all gung-ho, lots and lots of motivation, and then maybe it's a week later, maybe it's a month later, you know, maybe it's 6 months later, but you end up falling off the wagon. And then you start up all over again. We talked about the dieting roller coaster, right? We get on a diet, lose weight, get off the diet, gain the weight back. So if that's kind of you, if you're kind of going on that roller coaster ride with losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight, because you always seem to give up, the one big thing that might be missing in all of your efforts is accountability. And I posted a quote for accountability on my personal page today. So if you want to take a look at that, a quote by, I think, Bob Proctor. But accountability is huge when it comes to reaching your goals, any kind of goal, right? Not just your weight loss goals. So if you feel like you have other goals in your life that you're also falling off the wagon from, after a short while, then maybe that too is because you don't have the accountability piece. So now how can you get accountability in terms of your weight loss efforts? Okay, I have a couple of ideas for you of ways to find more accountability to keep you motivated. Because accountability, if you know that you are being accountable for your actions, you're much more likely to follow through with those actions, right? You're much less likely to give up because you don't want to look like a failure, maybe in somebody else's eyes or maybe even in your own eyes. Okay, so staying accountable is key. So a couple of ideas on how to stay accountable. One of the first things that I often suggest to people, especially when it comes, if they're having issues with their eating habits, okay, is to keep a journal. There's a lot of different ways that you can keep a journal to help stay accountable. So if you're worried about how many calories you're eating, and if you feel like you're overeating a lot of the time, then tracking your food. Okay, either on a piece of paper in a notebook or using an app like MyFitnessPal. That's what I use and what I have my clients use. Simply knowing that you're going to have to write down every little thing that you're eating may keep you from eating something that you're not supposed to, or that you shouldn't, quote unquote, shouldn't. Okay, that's not helping move you towards your goals. Okay, in my opinion, no foods are off limits, but it's the choices that you make should always be moving you towards your goals as opposed to away from your goals. So keeping a food diary and writing down, tracking down all of your food, kind of, at least for me, it stops me from grabbing the French fries that my daughter left on her plate, right? Or taking, the last couple of bites of the sandwich that she left on her plate, because I know that I have to track that. And as small as those little pieces of food seem to be, they do add up over time. So if you're doing that throughout the week, you may be adding 100 or more calories daily, which in a week is 700 extra calories that you're not accounting for, or maybe even more, depending on how often you do that little picking, or if you have a coworker who has candy on her desk, and every time you walk by, you grab some candy, and you're not even thinking about it. But knowing that you have to put it down in your food diary may stop you from taking that candy. Okay, so keeping that food diary helps keep you accountable. Now, if your struggle with food is more of a mindset struggle, keeping an emotional eating journal, which means not just writing down what you eat, but also writing down how you feel before you ate and how you feel after you ate, to determine if you're eating for reasons other than hunger. Okay, so a lot of different food journals out there. There's mindful eating food journal to make sure that you're eating slowly and mindfully. There's a food journal to make sure that you're eating to 80% full. Like, I could go on and on and on, different types of journals that you can keep. And if you have questions about any of them, let me know. I have a little booklet of different journals that I've created for my clients. So I'm happy to share that with you if you feel like you could benefit from more of an emotional type food journal. They don't really have, well, they might have apps for that, but I haven't come across one that I like yet. So another way to keep yourself accountable is to use the scale. Now, I don't recommend this for everybody, because some people, it kind of backfires if you use the scale. I'm one of those people. Okay, I can't weigh myself every day because it will backfire and make me feel bad if I start seeing that number go up from one day to the next, even though I know that I didn't really gain 2 pounds from yesterday to today. It still is kind of a mental thing for me that I'm still working through. So I'm not the type of person who can use a scale as a piece of accountability, but you might be. Okay, and I do have a client who weighs herself every single day, and that's her way of helping stay accountable. Okay. Another thing similar to the scale is using a tape measure, taking your inches. Now this, I would recommend doing this maybe once a month, and measuring your shoulders, your chest, your waist, your hips, your upper leg, your lower leg, and your upper arm. Those are kind of the main places to measure, and then just tracking it and making sure that that number is not going up. Okay, another way to help keep you accountable. And when you're thinking of maybe skipping your workout, knowing that, oh wait, next week I have to take my measurements, maybe I shouldn't skip my workout, right? So just a little bit of like that motivational boost to keep you going, knowing that you have to do this. And if you're not bringing yourself towards your goal, you might not be happy when you take your measurements, right? If you don't have a tape measure, another great way of keeping yourself accountable is how your clothes fit. So maybe you have a pair of jeans, let's say, that fit on the snugger side. Okay, trying those on every so often. And if it gets to if you start noticing that it's harder and harder to zip them up, then you're probably going further away from your goals. So just knowing that once a month, maybe on the first of every month, you're going to put on that pair of jeans and see how they feel can help keep you accountable. Another thing you can do is have an accountability partner. So find a friend who is also on their health journey and work together to keep each other accountable. Back when I was in college, a friend of mine, right after college, I think it was, because we were no longer living near each other, but we would email each other. This is before apps and all that kind of stuff. So we would email each other what we ate that day at the end of each day, just so that we had someone to be accountable to. And we would also email them what we did for our workout, email each other what we did for our workout. So keep ourselves accountable that way. So finding a friend, a buddy to help keep you accountable. Another way is having a coach. My clients have me to hold them accountable of moving towards their goals and not away from their goals. And, I know you've probably seen, videos of coaches that are berating their clients as they're in the workout, making them go crazy hard. And I promise you, that's not me. I try to use compassion to keep my clients on track and accountable. Okay. So essentially, accountability, and having a coach, you get the support that you need to work towards your goals. You also get resources to help move you towards your goals. Okay, so if a client comes to me and says, I'm really struggling, I'm feeling bloated all the time, what can I do? I have plenty of resources that I can share with her to help her work through any issues. So in case of feeling bloated, we would look at, how much fiber she's been eating, how much water she's drinking, and kind of work together to come up with a solution. And then also you get encouragement when you have a coach that's keeping you accountable. Encouragement to keep going, even through those hard days, even through those days where you don't want to work out, or where all you want to do is sit down with a pint of ice cream and eat it all because you had such a tough day. Having somebody that can walk through those moments, holding your hand, okay, really makes all the difference in your health journey. Okay, so accountability is a piece that many people don't really talk about a whole lot, because the most important parts are your nutrition and your exercise and your mindset. But in order to have the motivation to stick with those things, because it is hard, it's not easy. Right? It's not easy to try to lose weight. It's a long, hard process, but having some accountability can help keep you on track for reaching your goals. All right, so let me know if any of this resonated with you, and let me know what you do use for accountability for yourself. And if you're looking for more accountability, I'm happy to chat. Feel free to send me a DM and we can hop on the phone and I can talk with you and help you see how I help keep my clients accountable towards reaching their goals. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be back next Tuesday, same time, for our lunchtime talk with a new topic. If you have any topics that you really want me to cover, please let me know. I'm always looking for ideas. I'm always looking for, I'm here to help you. So I want to be sharing things that are pertinent to you. So please let me know if there's something you'd like me to chat about during our Tuesday talks. I'm more than happy to. Have a wonderful rest of your day and stay cool. See you guys next week.